nice. This is going to be our base, very herbaceous, a little bit of pepper.
Pull up a seat. It's Kubo's Eats and Beats, where we check out your next neighborhood spot. Stepping into Joy Hill on South Broadway felt like pulling up on a good friend's house. A friend with impeccable taste, both in decor and unique flavor combinations. They're known for their wood-fired pizzas, each starting with their signature sourdough crust, then topped with hand-pulled fresh mozzarella and locally sourced ingredients. But the pizza isn't all they do. First stop is Joy Hill's Bar, where head bartender Dylan gave us a look into some of their in-house cocktail creations featured on their rotating bar program.
I really like to collaborate with the bar staff pretty much any place I'm at, and I thought it would be a really great exercise for them to just start working out cocktails that they might have had in the back of their mind and just never really had the chance to work out. And so I was like, here's this direction we're trying to move into. Here's the stuff we kind of need to see represented, and then just go wild, and then we'll see what fits. And I was like, we have 8 spots to fill on this, and then that's it, so they got to be bangers, and everybody showed up, and they're really good. Our wine list is also updated considerably since the last turn, so a big focus on like fun, hot summer day drinking vibes, but also just some really fun stuff with like indigenous grapes that are not really super common in our market. You see, like, we have a Rosé Gaglioppo, which is really fun. We have a Zabibo on there that's biodynamic. And so, you know, we're not like experts, we don't claim to be, but we do like to introduce people to those sorts of things too.
Yeah, I feel that energy for sure here. There's like a pride in the ingredients, a pride in the process. And so to share it with other foodies, like, what's better than that?
Yeah, it's super fun. We're always learning from our guests, and I hope that they are coming away with something they can learn from us, and then they talk to people and they come back with their friends.
Okay, so what are you thinking?
I'm thinking one of these natural wine, this one with the indigenous grape.
It's very tasty. It's very on the dry side. Are you okay with like a pretty dry rosé?
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool.
I'm definitely gonna get a cocktail.
Sure. The New Life is really fun. I kind of tell people it's like an agave and green chili sour. It's got a fun green chili cilantro vodka from St. George. It's got a little Suze Gentian aperitif. It's got a little Carpano dry vermouth, and then Divino Maguey Espadin. So it's a little smoky. It's got this really nice cooked character to it, but with the cordial that we build into it, that's something we make in-house to utilize our citrus garnish that would normally go to waste. Sometimes it doesn't look that great, but it still has a lot of flavor there.
Yeah.
We try to reuse that and supplement it with like juice and citric acid and fortify it a little bit, and then just fold that into the program again. So we can make other cocktails with these things that would have normally gone to waste.
That's amazing. Okay, well, I think I'm gonna try that one.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm
absolutely.
interested.
I got you.
Was this one fun to make?
Yeah, because it is pretty simple, thankfully. Because we do get very busy here, this is a pretty poppin' place in the summer. Everything has to be very streamlined, so we do have a pretty intensive prep and batching program, which is just kind of necessary to make sure that we can ensure the consistency in the drinks that we're offering, but also that they're, everything's expedient. Like, people aren't waiting 15, 20 minutes for a nice cocktail, because nobody's got time for that anymore,
When you're on the patio,
Yeah, absolutely.
Time for that.
We've just got to be crushing. Let me know how that is for you.
I mean, look at, they're beautiful.
I think it's the first one I've made for anybody since this menu's come out, so I hope this works.
All right, here
for
we
you.
go. Cheers.
Salud. That's so good. You have a fun job. That sounds really cool.
It's a blast. I love what I do, so.
Yeah. Well, thank you for giving us a little insight, Dylan.
Of course, no problem, absolutely.
Cocktails in hand, we sat down with the owners, Julia and Andrew, to learn the origin story behind Joy Hill.
Well, I gotta tell you, walking into Joy Hill, it kind of felt like walking into a living room. It felt homey. Julia and Andrew, it looks like you put so much love into the space and into the vibe. And this has been a neighborhood staple here on South Broadway since 2020. What a long road. And both of y'all met in Brooklyn. So tell me how we got from Brooklyn to Colorado with this pizza shop.
I was in the bar restaurant business in Brooklyn with a friend, a long-term friend, and we did a couple of bars and restaurants. And we opened, our first place was right next door to this fish and chips restaurant, British Fish and Chips, and Julia worked there, and she was my bartender. I would go in and complain about how hard it was to build anything in Brooklyn, and we met there, and then she's from here, so when we realized we'd stay too long in New York City, we decided we'd either pick my hometown of Louisville or Denver, and Denver won.
Denver won.
Yeah.
Well, you have
I'm
a
very happy
beautiful-
for that.
Yeah, I mean, like the view from the patio
Yeah.
is amazing, right against the mountains.
You picked South Broadway, and it's a perfect spot with the patio, with the vibe, with the neighborhood, and with your touch, because it's, like I said, you feel home, you feel like natural, you feel like real people here. It's certainly not formula, and it's not fake, and it's not, like put on. It feels like authentic in here.
Yeah, we like to describe it as more of an art project than a business.
Yeah.
Well, it has roots to, I heard your grandmother was kind of an inspiration for this space.
Yeah, we loved her neighborhood of San Juan Capistrano. It was very earthy, kind of 70s, and this space reminded us of it, just the way it's terraced, kind of had similar lines. We were just inspired by that.
Yeah.
And I have always loved South Broadway. Growing up here, it's always been like counterculture and edgy, and the vintage stores, and the head shops, and so it was my number one choice for a location.
This is a historical space too. You were telling me about the staircase and the 2-level. It's kind of unique.
We think it was a trolley station for the
Platt
Inglewood
Park trolley.
line of the Platt Park trolley.
yeah.
Yeah. That's why it had the round back was the garage where they were serviced and came in, but
That's the lore.
yeah, it's the lower,
everywhere's
right?
got a little.
Yeah.
Again, that was a gentleman told me that at about 1 a.m. one night to hit her, and so long
I
time
love
local,
that.
but
I love
it felt real. So yeah.
It feels
It
real.
does feel real.
You can tell that there's a really good energy in this space, and you're creating all these memories through food. We were in your scratch kitchen. What's really exciting is you work with Colorado to get fresh ingredients and then work with each other to create these menu items. So not only pizza, but you have appetizers and you have sandwiches. What was the inspiration? Like, how did you bring the creative energy of Brooklyn in the pizza world to here?
Yes, we did work with one of the chefs from Roberta's Pizza in Brooklyn named Anthony Falco. He helped us with our sourdough pizza program, although it was a lot of trial and error on our own with the altitude, and that took quite a while to figure out. But we just love the idea of pizza because it's like a community food. It's everybody grabs a slice and shares, and kind of envisioned it as a place where friends can catch up and our families could come in and enjoy.
What made you want to get into the pizza game here? Because it's different than the East Coast. Well, how would you describe the Colorado pizza game, and what did you want to bring to the table when you jumped in?
Well, we come from more of the bar world, so we really just wanted to bring that sense of fun and community. As far as the pizza itself, we wanted to make sure we were working with local ingredients as much as possible. So that was always a priority right away. And just simple ingredients, clean, wholesome.
Pizza can take your bar a long way. If people can eat, they can stay for a while and get 2, 3.
I want to try that one and that one and that one. It's the perfect sharing food.
We don't have a limit. There's no limit.
So we always joked that we were starting as a bar with food, but now we're a restaurant with a bar. It kind of went the other way.
Switched
Yeah,
around.
the food flipped around. Yeah.
Abby was asking about the pizza game. Your parents are saying you guys ought to have your head examined. You're going to start a restaurant in Denver, but when you feel the passion, man, and the people, and you get the regulars, hey, come on, let's do this thing.
Oh yeah, I mean, my parents gave up a long time ago.
We were out in the kitchen looking at your fresh mozzarella ball process. First I was like, why would they, what's the difference? But then I tried it. Was that something that you came across in your own time in New York, at restaurants, and you're like, I want to make sure I do that here?
When we were researching and we tasted the difference between fresh mozz, house-made fresh mozz, and prefab, it was like, oh, the difference is so clear. It's definitely worth the extra effort to make it yourself.
When you look at the ingredients and you're getting your flour from Colorado, and it's so much easier to call Cisco.
Oh yeah.
I just buy your stuff. But that's not the kind of place this is.
No, I mean, and that's why our menu is fairly limited. It's just because we want to focus on our processes and just do one thing and just do it the best that we can.
It's an art gallery. It's a library. There are a ton of books in here.
Yeah, there are.
Tell me about the name.
We have different opinions on this too.
I love it.
I feel like I said Joy and she said Hill. When we first moved here, we were out at a bar, I think in Globeville, and we were realizing how old we were compared to all the young people hanging out. And for some reason, 70s communes and California yoga retreats, and we thought, oh, that might be a kind of like the Fern bars of the 70s, the TGI Fridays, how it started as a singles club with a disco upstairs, and then it became a chain, and it kind of was born of that conversation.
It's just a character we kind of made up. So
Okay. So it's a person.
yeah,
Joy Hill is a person.
It's a person. It's a time. It's a place. It's a. I don't want to say a vibe, but
It's a vibe.
I'll go ahead and say it.
It's a vibe.
It's a vibe. It's a good thing. You guys are just hippies, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
And we like that. We like that part.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah, we're a little bit crunchy for sure.
Let's just talk a little bit about the menu. Sandwiches, and you have apps, and you have the pizza.
Yes.
Which you had recommended a couple of different pizzas, one seasonal, one a favorite. Can you tell us about the menu a little bit?
So the Chilies and Pep has been a hit from the very start. It's our #1 seller. It's a balance of like sweet and heat. It's got Colorado wildflower honey and cup and char pepperoni. It's got aged provolone and house-made jalapenos, house-made pickled jalapenos.
There are places that just give you the good cheese slice
Yep.
that's foldable.
And that's great
But
too.
this is a little different.
It's a little different, yeah. Neapolitan style, it's artisanal. They're stretching every pie. They're baking it in the wood-fired oven. So it takes a good amount of, finesse and care.
I think I want to check out this kitchen.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you
Yeah,
so much.
Thank you so
you.
much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Suit up! Next stop is the kitchen, where they actually let me try my hand at the pizza toss.
I might have done this a few times. Not the pizza toss, but working on the line. Okay.
So what we're gonna like to do is, if you start round, they usually end round. So I'll try to kind of round them out a little bit, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna define the crust first.
Crust is on the end.
Yep.
I went right in the middle.
There you go.
Okay.
You can start in the middle, and you're gonna push out the air from the middle out to the edges. That's gonna help us define that nice, beautiful sourdough crust.
Yours looks so perfect.
It comes with
It's a
20
practice.
years of, and we're gently gonna kind of stretch it. Gravity's gonna do a lot of the work. But as we round, so if it's lopsided or,
Fix it.
yeah, you'll be able to tell. Another thing you could do, kind of hold it up like a pane of glass. You should be able to see if there's any thin spots. Give you a little extra. I want it well floured so it doesn't stick. San Marzano tomatoes. This is about 2 ounces, and we're gonna go just about to where we made our crust, right? Blend of different moisture mozzarellas. It's a full moisture and a low moisture mozzarella. Our cupping and charring pepperonis. So these are the nice little guys that kind of cup up and render as we cook it. And they get the nice crispy edge. And it starts off as just pretty much a pepperoni pizza. We're gonna put all the jazz on at the end. So this is nice. This is gonna be our base, very herbaceous, a little bit of peppery notes. These are gonna be our mixed summer squashes. So this is zucchini and yellow squash. And we just slice this real thin. Because it's raw, we're gonna cook it pretty much exclusively in the oven with our bake time. Our bake times on our pizzas are gonna be about 2 minutes because we're running right around 900 degrees in there.
I especially like it really hot because it means the pizzas cook a lot quicker. They get a nice leoparding on the side that, especially on our dough, just looks so lovely. And honestly, it's my favorite part of the whole pizza making process.
See the way he spun that pizza? See the way he spun that pizza? This is an artist. Pizza coming out, Abby. Oh!
After cooking our pies to perfection, Chef Devin joined us at the booth to break down their artisan slice philosophy.
Chef Devin, this is troublesome. I'm concerned about how stinking good this is. Oh my goodness.
Thanks so much.
Now, Julia described this as sweet and heat, but it's got credibility.
You get a little bit of everything with those cupping pepperonis that really renders out that nice pepperoni grease, which very iconic pizza flavor. And there's a little bit of that depth, that caciocavallo, that aged provolone that we're using in there, gives it that a little something more on that cheesy note.
Yeah.
Right, like if you have honey on a cheese plate, those things accentuate really well too. So it's kind of really well-rounded. A little bit of spice, a little bit of tang.
But not too much spice, because sometimes they like really get you at the end with like a heavy spice. It's not like that. It works really well with the
We want
cocktail.
it to be approachable for everyone, right? And yeah, I think some people you can be kind of like, oh wow, jalapeno. You know, and depending on what season it is, they're definitely a little bit spicier.
Yeah.
You know, depending on what month it is. But we'll wash some of the seeds out too to take some of that edge off.
Yeah, that helps for sure.
I'm thinking about all the commercial pizzas I eat, and I'm reaching for the crushed red peppers, but not here. This needs nothing.
We got some just in case.
Yeah, well,
people are faithful to the
it would be
crushed red
out of habit,
I don't need no ranch.
right?
Well, if you do, we got a house-made ranch. that
Okay,
we're
maybe
making
I love a
in-house.
house-made ranch. On second thought.
It'll be for the bones. It'll be for the crust.
Which
For the bones,
honestly,
yeah.
the crust is like so smoky because it's wood-fired. It's really like great consistency.
Now, we're using a Colorado-grown rye, not entirety, but in some portion to the dough. So it gives it a little more depth and a little bit of sweetness that you might be familiar with from a rye, in the same way that a rye bourbon or a rye whiskey has that kind of sweetness. So it's really nice because we get it from Roaring Fork, so locally grown and processed, and it gives our pizza a little something special.
This one is, I love like the little, are these like little pepitas?
These are sunflower seeds.
Little sunflower
Oh,
seeds?
and Abby Clark made this pizza. I mean, Chef Devin helped, but Abby Clark made this
Couldn't tell the
pizza.
difference.
Never far. No, thanks for letting us get in the kitchen. That was so much fun.
Of course.
Let's see what, this is the summer special.
Yeah, this is our summer special right now. So we just launched it in correlation to the summer solstice this last weekend, and so we are also donating a portion of this proceeds to the Project Worthmore. But we wanted a really bright and light kind of summery pizza, so lots of bright summer flavors, colors that are kind of reminiscent of all the wildflowers.
Yeah.
Again, you mentioned the sunflower seeds. I'm sure you know, right? Tons of wild sunflowers
Oh,
growing
yeah.
in
Colorado,
so there's a kind of a nod to that. We're using a fresh goat cheese that gives it that kind of a little bit light yogurt tang. There's zucchini, squash, nice clean flavors, a little roasted red pepper for that smokiness.
Really fresh.
Very fresh.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
It's cool that you collab with so many Colorado-based organizations, like with the donations, the proceeds going, and then the food as well. What is the project next? Is that what you said?
Project Worthmore?
Project Worthmore.
Yes, and from my understanding, it's a organization that works with, they do operate a local farm. If they send us produce, we partnership with them, and across the growing season, we get a certain allotment of produce, kind of like a farm share.
Cool.
But most recently, they're working with immigrant and refugee families to provide them with just like staples and everyday stuff that we kind of take for granted that may be really hard for these people to access. So that's where some of the revenue from this pizza is going, just to help them with that product. And then we also, yes, like you mentioned, we work with a host of Colorado farms and organizations where we can source ingredients from local mushroom farmers. Right now, actively, we're working with a farm, Rocky Mountain Fresh, based in Longmont. Get a lot of produce from there, and then some other local purveyors as we can too, right? The seasons here are kind of short and sweet, but
Yeah.
we really like to capitalize on it when we can, right?
Yeah. What is that energy like in the food industry, working with like this very highly collaborative energy of local food production?
For me, a big part of it is artisans celebrating artisans. In a way, you know, we can tell a little bit more of these stories than they are able to, right? So as we perpetuate what these people purvey, you know, we're able to tell their story, and then their story becomes part of our story. And so it's a really beautiful element of community. I think the restaurant and bar industry does this really well because I don't know, it's kind of like a rising tide lifts all ships. You know, something that people think about as whatever Italian, Mediterranean cuisine, a lot of that stuff originated in using really local, high quality produce. And so we're kind of cooking with that spirit by using stuff that's close to home, right? And we're kind of doing justice by cooking Colorado, so to speak.
Wow.
Great, man.
So
Thank you.
good.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Cheers, guys. Thanks so
And
much.
congratulations. This is great. My soul is happy. My soul and my body are very happy right now.
If we can nurture people's souls, then you know, I can sleep happy, right? Because it sometimes becomes kind of transactional, and I think what we do here can be viewed a little bit beyond just it's a restaurant and it's a space, right? I think what we do is craft a space for people to celebrate, whether it's a Tuesday or a birthday or anniversary. We have people get married here. There's a lot of beautiful moments in life that people choose to spend here, and we're very fortunate for that. But as an effort, like we're crafting that space for people to have these really special moments, and it feels good.
Thank you, Chef.
That was everything.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you
Yeah,
so
man.
much, Chef.
Thank you. And we got a couple other treats coming out for you too. I know you would like to try some other stuff.
Shout out to the Joy Hill team for bringing us behind the line on this episode. Be sure to keep up with their menu, which rotates with the seasons as they keep up with Colorado's fresh produce. It's kitchens like these, found all across Colorado, that bring family and friends together around the table. Stay tuned for the next episode of the Morning Sets Eats and Beats as we continue to highlight local restaurants, bars, food trucks, and more on KUVO.